King, Wendy's, Subway, Popeyes, KFC, Pizza Hut, Arby's, and I'm sure the list is bigger. Well, the American people got a present for you here. A little message. Fuck you, you suck! Let me tell you about the experiences I've had, and I'm going to tell you one thing here before I get into this. I used to be one of the top servers. I used to be so good at serving and taking care of customers that I'd have a separate line just for people that would wait for me to serve their table because of how I treated them. I started working at 13 years old at McDonald's. Okay? I just want to premise this video by saying that so you know that I have a background knowledge on the inside of restaurants. I want to tell you something about what's going on in this country, and I cannot fucking wait. And you all might laugh and ha ha ha, and these corporations might laugh and say it's never going to affect us. These companies right here, I can guarantee you down the line will eventually go out of business, and I'm going to tell you why. Because slowly and surely, a couple restaurants, one called Raising Cane's and another one called In-N-Out Burger, are slowly creeping across the country, and they're going to take all of the customers from these fucking losers right here. I want to tell you about my customer service experience in this last year here in 2026. Burger King. A couple weeks ago, we all put orders in on the app, and there was a group of us waiting in line, and I want to tell you, I'm in one of the nicest cities in the country. So if you think this doesn't affect you, you're full of shit. I'm in one of the top 10 cities in the country every single year. Burger King, my first experience in the last 2026. Everybody ordered on the app. There was a line out the door. Walked in. The manager was giving everybody attitude. They had no French fries or onion rings. She was too concerned on her phone, the fucking head manager, to even order onion rings and French fries for the franchise at Burger King. And she was giving everybody sass that came in like it was their fault. Okay? Well, one of the workers chased another girl around, whipping at her butt with one of the towels from the back. Nobody gives a shit. Burger King won't be going back. You suck. You're the king of shit. Garbage, okay? The king's dead. They're going to chop his head off. You know, back in the old days where they put him in one of the things and they chop the head off? The king's done. Wendy's rolling in her fucking grave, okay? Burger King hires bad employees. But I'm going to tell you right fucking now, right here, you just take a look at this. It's like they line up a group of people that are looking for a job, and they find the biggest losers that they can find. Right here, Wendy's. The biggest fucking bullshit establishment. And this one really breaks my heart because they would have the best food. Let me tell you about my experience here. Ordered online. They decided that the restaurant and all the workers decided they were going to close the restaurant 2 hours early without telling anybody and just shut the lights off in the parking lot. Forgot to turn down the app or turn off the app because they didn't want to get caught. Probably all partying in the restaurant in the back. Evidently, they shut it down so everybody showed up that had orders and all the lights were off 2 hours early because they don't give a shit. You don't know what's going to happen when you go to Wendy's. You don't know if somebody's going to... This is probably one of the sketchiest, dodgiest places you could ever go. It's laughable. I don't even know what to say about Wendy. Little redhead Wendy's hair is rotting out in her grave. She can't believe it. I'd rather eat the maggots off of Wendy's dead hair than go back there ever again. Subway. Yesterday I was at your restaurant up the road, and it's the fourth Subway I've tried because you can still get 2 for $15 on the app. You're thinking, what a good deal. Don't you fucking dare try it, okay? Because you're going to get the shittiest food. And I've worked at 6 Subways. I would have been fired. I walked in there after ordering my food. I gave them a half hour. They're both on their app doing 2 girls doing TikTok dances, the workers, hiding from the camera at Subway. Okay? And I've asked how much they make. They make $15 an hour. At least pretend that you care about your customer. How hard is it for a fucking manager to at least tell their employees when they hire them, When you see somebody coming in for a pickup, fucking put the phone down and fucking pretend you're working. That's all. Just pretend while they're in the restaurant. No, I walked in there and you know what they told me? We haven't had an order besides yours in an hour. Go figure, you're a bunch of fucking losers. That's why you're not getting any orders. Not only that, it just made it worse when I bit into the sandwich and there was nothing but nub vegetables that had, because they were too lazy to open a new one. They had a whole pile of nubs. I threw half the sandwich right out of the window on the way home when I was driving, and I will never go there again. Popeyes, last time I was there, I spent $50 fucking dollars. 50. That's 50 on fucking 10 fucking pieces of chicken and French fries and some fucking mashed potatoes. When I was pulling through the drive-thru, I could hear somebody in the background yell, "Fuck this dude, just give him the old chicken, we ain't got nothing prepared." I could hear it right in the window. I got the groceries, I bit into it, tasted like I was biting into broken rat tails. The worst experience of my life. And that was on Thanksgiving of all days. I spent that money because I wanted to give some people in my life a great experience. Because I don't know how to cook. I would have been better off taking a shit in the toilet and dressing it up like a turkey. KFC, even worse than Popeyes, don't even know how it's possible. Went in there, took over 50 minutes, and they could not get my order right. They couldn't. And they were threatening when I walked in there. They were threatening to fist fight one of their customers because they gave him the wrong order. Don't go to KFC. Ever. I'd rather dig a dead bird out of the ground and eat it than to go to KFC. And I'm serious. Look at my face. Look at me. You think I made this fucking sign because I'm not serious? I would rather fucking take a bird that's been buried and dig it out of the ground and cut and quarter it and throw it in the oven for a half hour and eat it than to go to KFC again. Can't wait till you're out of fucking business, and you will be. I seen 3 of them in my city closed already out of 4. And the other one's got 1 star. I've never even seen a restaurant with 1 star. I mean, because the corporation pays, everybody knows they pay to boost their ratings. They managed to have 1 star with 800 votes. One fucking star. Fuck you. Pizza Hut. Last time I went there, they made me the wrong pizza, but that didn't even bother me. I'm so used to getting the wrong food, it don't fucking matter, as you can tell. They cooked my pizza with 2 crusts. You can't even make this shit up. The only reason I go to Pizza Hut is because when I was a young kid and I had nothing, the only time once in a while my grandma would take me, we'd go to Pizza Hut and get a thin crust pizza, okay? A pepperoni sausage. We didn't have much money, and it was one of those things where it's like nostalgic, right? I went in there and ordered a large pepperoni thin crust pizza. They cooked it, and I'm telling you, as a manager, cooked a thin crust pizza with 2 crusts. I don't even know how that's possible unless you're doing it on purpose. How can anybody be dumb enough to cook a pizza with 2 crusts? It don't even make sense. We were laughing at it. You could pull the bottom of the pizza out. There was 2 crusts. And you're telling me they're even paying attention anymore when they're putting them in the oven? They're going out of business. Arby's is one of those places that really fucking gets me. When I was a young kid, and I know there's a lot of people like me and their parents didn't have a lot of money and they'd pick you up from practice or something, you used to go for the 5 for $5. 5 roast beefs for $5. And they were fantastic. And I mean, that was back 20 years ago, right? I've never seen a company go downhill any quicker than Arby's. They have the best meat in the world in the country, and they hire the biggest losers. I was sitting in their fucking restaurant, and somebody came through, and I don't blame the guy, because you ever try to order a large curly fry, and you're paying $30 for a nice meal, okay? You want a little side of mozzarella sticks and a nice half-pound roast beef sandwich and a large curly fry and a drink, you're paying $25 or $30, okay? You deserve to at least get hot curly fries. Not gonna fucking happen, okay? I seen the guy drive around through the drive-thru. I was sitting inside waiting for my pickup order, right? Because the only way to order is for fucking pickup. We all know that. To save a little bit of money to get a couple coupons, so when you're getting screwed, at least you're not paying full price for the screwing that you're gonna get. I heard him in the drive-thru say, "This is absolutely ridiculous. I want a new hot large fry." I heard the manager say, "New fry coming up." He took a fucking box that was of more old fries, mind you, that was on there that I've been watching this whole time. He took an old fry box that I know has been sitting there for 15 or 20 minutes because I was in the restaurant watching the boxes sit there thinking, I'm getting another shitty curly fry. What's new? And dump it in the fryer for 30 or 45 more seconds and give that poor guy if I were to ever have done that 10 years ago or at any of the restaurants I worked at, I would have been fired instantly. And all these crybaby workers acting like, oh, the world's against me, the corporation's against me. We all work for corporations. All the customers coming through your drive-thru is working for a corporation and getting fucked just like you. We got nothing in our fucking lives. Nothing. Nothing. I got 5 bills this week. All of them are over $200 a piece. That's $1,000. That's just my fucking water bill, lights and electric bill, car insurance bills. Okay? I got nothing. I come to your establishment because it's the only thing that might just take away my pain and suffering in this world for 5 fucking minutes, and your only job, and I mean, I'm not even going to go into how these lobbies look when I go in there, because nobody really goes in the lobby. They're never clean, and that's okay. I would step over a dead fucking body, and I mean fucking dead. Shot 30 times, laying there for 8 hours with bugs swarming it and rigor mortis staring at me. I would step over the dead body to get a hot curly fries from Arby's with a nice sandwich. I wouldn't even think about looking twice, caring, asking them why there's a dead body. Give me my fucking hot fries and give me my hot burger or my hot sandwich. Just to take away the pain and suffering of my life for 5 fucking minutes. I can't wait till all you fucking losers go out of business. And you might be laughing now. But all you fuckers, you mark my words one by one, and there's more to add to this list. You will all be going out of business because there's a couple companies out there that are private that are slowly, when you look at the map, moving their way across the country, and they're about right in the middle. And no, once Cane's gets here, nobody's ever going to go for chicken anywhere else. I'll take Cane's hot chicken fingers and dipping sauce for $30 fucking. I don't give a shit. And they treat their customers good. You know why? You know why McDonald's, Cane's, and In-N-Out are going to take over the world? And I worked for In-N-Out, mind you. Their hiring process. I was hired with 50 other individuals. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. They weeded us out. I had to get my hair cut, which I did, and the first day I showed up to work, my sideburns were too long. Okay? I gave me a razor and said I have the choice between cutting my sideburns up an extra inch or going home. And that's it. You get $20 an hour. You're going to treat the customers good. You look at the customers wrong working for one of these organizations, you're fired. Take note, you fucking losers. You're going under and I'm going to sit and smile. And the best part about it is all these people act like anybody else is going to hire them in this world. They're not. They're lucky they have a job. They should be thankful they hire anybody. I'm a convicted felon. They hire a lot of us. You should be out there. You should be thankful to be making $20 an hour and being able to support yourself. You want to sit in jail, go ahead. That's your choice. I've done it myself. When I was younger, we had 10 times the amount of work at McDonald's or at these restaurants than they do now. They don't even have to clean the lobby. And like I said before, I'd step over a dead body. All the social programs are going away for these employees that are just sitting there laughing on their phone and think that there's going to be all these fucking jobs for them when they get fired because these companies go under. There's not. And they're going to get exactly what... I see them in there smiling and doing their little TikTok dances on the job. And they're going to be smiling when they're standing outside the unemployment office and the unemployment office tells them, hey, we don't do that anymore. We don't have money anymore to pay unemployment. You're not getting free insurance anymore. You're not getting health care benefits. You're not getting food stamps. You're not getting anything. And then you'll be TikTok dancing, oh, where's all my benefits? And guess what? Fuck you. That's where you should have took your job seriously. You ain't got nothing to do but put some fries in a deep fryer. And you know how much them fucking fries cost them companies? Because I work for them. I fucking made more fries for In-N-Out than almost any other employee for a year. It was 15 cents it cost them for a large fry for them to make. If the fries go bad, you throw them away and you make sure the customer gets what they paid for. This country's going to shit. And this is where it all starts. You know how much better, I'm going to end it here. You know how much better this country would be? If we could, the people that all just had it rough and are sick of life would just, could just get a meal. After they're done working 10 and 12 hours, they could just go to a fucking restaurant, get a meal to fill themselves up before they go home at night without getting that last fuck you from these companies. So that after they've worked their whole day, they got to go and get treated like shit by these companies right here before they go home to their kids that are crying and screaming and all the bills they got still in the mailbox. All they want is a hot fry and a hot sandwich. And you guys would rather dance on your fucking TikTok and laugh and talk shit about your customers and you don't give a shit. I'm telling you right now, you look at the smile on my face, it ain't gonna be long when you guys are all out of business and standing out in the street. Nobody's gonna take you because I'd rather go and deal with an AI technology than have to deal with these companies ever again. Expensive restaurants are getting fucking... These restaurants are so expensive that for an extra $20 now, you can go to an expensive restaurant and get takeout. I can't wait. I'm going to have the biggest fucking... You're not going to be able to wipe the smile off my face when I start seeing all these restaurants close down. And all the fucking loser workers that thought it was so funny they just collect a free paycheck. Sitting in a fucking... Sleeping in a fucking tent. In a park, because they don't even take their life seriously or anybody else's. They don't care about anybody. They want to be miserable and they want everybody to suffer with them. Well, this is what we got for you. This is what the American people got for you. Fuck you. Holy fuck, am I embarrassed about myself right now. I forgot the worst of the worst. Where this might have all started. Taco Bell. You fucking suck. And I say that from the deepest part of my soul. You suck. I've gone to 2 Taco Bells now this month. The first one, and you're not even going to believe it, and I wish I had it on camera, they opened the drive-thru window. The guy was smoking a cigarette right inside the restaurant. Blowing the smoke out the drive-thru window, and the music and the rap music was so loud. Never again. I'll never ever go there again. There's no accountability whatsoever. That's not even taking into consideration how bad the food is. The second one, I drove 4 miles a couple days ago. 4 miles out of my way near an airport. To go to a nicer neighborhood where I used to get better tacos. We drive that far just to get better tacos. They made me wait 20 minutes because they ran out of meat. How are you Taco Bell and you run out of meat? And there's nobody there. I said, okay. As long as I get good tacos, I'll wait. I waited 20 minutes in their parking lot sitting in my car. When I got home, it was laughable, to say the least. Yeah, I counted like 7 strands of cheese and 3 or 4 pieces of the little tiny pieces of lettuce in my tacos. And mind you, I got 10 tacos, all dressed the same way. It's fucking shameful is what it is. And all these workers are going to sit and laugh at this video. Ha ha ha. When I sat in that restaurant parking lot, and it was afternoon, mind you, only 2 cars showed up and drove through. And I was there for 30 minutes. It used to be, it's by a goddamn airport. It used to be so packed you'd have to wait in line in the drive-thru for a half hour just to get your food. That's what this world's come to. And it has nothing to do with the economy. Nothing. These companies think that it has something to do with the economy. It's got nothing to do with the economy because everybody knows that people are going to buy food whether or not you're in a good or bad economy. It's because of their hiring process and the losers that they hired to work there. And look at my face, Taco Bell. Just look at the smile, because I know it's coming. I know, because I've been watching for the last couple years at how slow your drive-thru and your parking lot's getting. It ain't gonna be long, and all you losers are gonna be living in a park, or you're gonna be back living with your parents because there's nobody else that's gonna hire and put up with such losers. Have a nice day.